Glad to have you back on iBrandTV. We're still speaking with Naze, and he's been telling us about his journey, how it's been for him, some of the challenges he has encountered on the way, the persistence, the doggedness, and how he's able to pull through irrespective, acceptance from society, acceptance from family, friends, parents, foreigners, Ghanaians, So Naze is why you're in the studio. So Naze, are you earlier on you mentioned the fact that as an independent artist, it's difficult for you because money, the financial constraint is a factor. So how would you want to be signed to a label to start with? Or rather, are you signed to a label to start with?
I have my own label.
You have your own label?
I think that's the first thing for an artist to do. You need to register your brand. So,
what if you don't have money yet?
And but that's where your dad came in.
Yeah, you must find money. If not, people won't really take you seriously. It's a business. It's not just about the music. So I'm basically this name of my brand.
That's the logo. That's your logo.
That's telling how passionate I have it on my two hands. Do you understand?
I don't understand.
But I have an ideology behind it.
Oh, that's great. Let's hear it.
Basically, see, it's my left and right. It's my good, my bad. That's how I take it. My music basically is my life. So me seeing it on my skin is like pain. The more I see it, the pain behind it makes me strive more. And you see, people always what is this? No hype gang. Basically, I'm not someone big with hype. I like work. I like to put in the work. I like the work. Yeah, do you understand? The work to talk for me than the hype. So I'm basically more about that.
But then my question is still hanging. You've not gotten to. I'm asking you if you're currently signed to a record label. You said no. You have your own.
No, but I would like to be signed to a record label, but a record label that has a vision.
But that talks of record label having to control the artist's life and
especially the creative process.
The creative process and also the monetary aspect where you have some percentage that you're putting the work, but they are having a larger percentage and leaving you with probably something. And excuse me, and then they know you are the face, you are the one putting the work, and they are having to dictate where you go to, how much you earn, and how much you get. So is that not a problem for you?
For me, no, because I'm a very stubborn person, and
how stubborn can you be?
I've been in the game for a while, so I know what I want. You can't just come and tell me.
But if they're a record label, they will obviously have to dictate for you at some point.
Because probably if you just started, I'm telling you, if they see that this guy is good, they're not going to say much.
Okay.
Yes, I'm sure of that. If they see that this boy has a vision, he's hard. He knows what he's doing. The only thing he might probably do to you is maybe help you with your styling, a bit of but the music, the creative part, I don't think they are
how about the money part? Oh, okay. So how about the money part, just to determine how much you earn and how much you?
Oh, they always have to get more.
Oh.
Because they are putting a lot of money, and they're actually going to push you. If they are actually a serious record label, they will put a lot of money. Because your first stage of your career, you really don't make money. Most of these artists, they don't make money. It's just the hype behind it. Yeah. So that hype is that hype that creates the money, not the actual music at that moment. The hype brings the buzz, the people around to be attracted to you.
Okay. Since we're talking about contracts and all, you said you'd like to be signed to a record label at some point, or rather maybe have a partnership with another record label with yours. But I would like to get your thoughts regarding the recurring, incident of an artist, clashing with his record label. You mentioned Kiss Daniel and J Worldwide, before. What are the reasons behind that? What do you think, brings about that regular breakup between an artist and the record label? And how do you think artists, especially fast rising, should approach record label signing so that they do not feel extremely cheated?
You always have to have a lawyer, and probably the reasons why that happened with Kidna, I'm probably sure maybe he didn't really have a lawyer.
Okay.
You see, and at the point of his career, he realized that he was making so much money, but he wasn't giving the same amount he was
Yeah.
like getting from the audience and all that. Probably, I feel everything boils down to the monetary aspect. That's why any artist wants to leave his label. Probably he's demanding for an increase of his percentage, and maybe they are not giving him because of what he signed initially.
Initially.
Yeah. So basically, it might not even be the fault of the record label. Everybody wants to exploit somebody that doesn't really know what it's about. So that's why it's a business. That's why you have to come correct. You have to come registered with your lawyer. If you don't come like that, it's definitely sure they're going
But
to
in the place of milking the cow, shouldn't you also feed the cow fat so as to get enough?
Milk.
Yeah, true, but most times, we're in Nigeria. You have to think like a Nigerian. You're not out there that you can use your law or like to fight for your case. Oh yeah, like your money talks for you.
Okay. Okay.
You can't. Yeah.
All right. I wanted to just before I forget this, let's talk about quickly about your educational background. I know you mentioned you told your parents that school is not for you, and that you would rather have to do something else. So let's talk quickly about your educational background. How was schooling and having to do music? How were you able to merge it and be successful in it and graduate and at least make your father proud? I wanted you to at least go to school and do something.
It was stressful.
Because you didn't like school.
Yeah, but like I used to have friends that are really smart. That's why I stay close to people that.
To copy from them. Hey, okay, just.
But basically, I used to have smart friends that always like push our Naze. We have this assignment to do. I know, like they always used to show me because like they believed in my music.
Yeah.
So basically, I say mostly it was my friends that in school that really encouraged me, and I used to look up to I'm the firstborn, so when I see my siblings going further, I'm like, okay, you have to do something for yourself at least, so that you're
I can imagine.
And those are great friends you have there.
Yes.
Being on your neck, oh guy, there's an assignment, you need to submit this, the deadline, and all of that.
Yes.
Not everyone has the time.
Everyone has the time to handle their own academic pursuits and also pushing someone else again.
True.
Most people wouldn't have that kind of time. I'm sure when you become rich and popular, you should call your friends together and give them some dollars.
Yes.
Okay.
So talking about your label, are you looking at adding one or two friends to it to form the gang in the real sense of the word?
Like, basically, his case is part of.
Oh, okay, your manager.
We don't know.
Your manager.
Your Casey is your manager.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, okay. How has working with your manager been like?
School, like we grew up together, so it's easier to communicate. So he understands. Like basically, it's not stressful. It's basically been a rough journey because we don't really have. I think everything boils down to the finances.
Yeah.
If there's money, I don't think I won't be heard. I'll be heard. I know. I'm very sure.
But not some people. Some persons want to choose, or for in picking a manager, I want to pick someone who is more buoyant than they are financially. So if both of you have had to go through those rough stages together, is it you didn't think you should have? Now, this is not a slander on the case, of course. I'm just saying it's a chat with you. Do you not think you should have at least picked someone who could assist when a lot? He could assist in his way, but because money is a factor, we can't
I've tried that before, but they'll always tell you have to pay.
Oh,
okay.
It's a business. Nobody's gonna look at you and say they'll do it for because they believe in you, or no. You always have to bring money to the table. So every time I try that with those people, it's either I get billions of like 5 million, and I'm not yet there.
How much are you making?
Jonathan, so like that's why I sit down to think like I'm not even really making money from this thing. So I think I just realized I have to grow with the people around.
People around you.
Yeah.
So that's you can trust, right?
Because Wizkid, I don't think Wizkid got. The manager was more richer than Wizkid. No. Every artist in Nigeria is the one that financed that music. The manager is just there to sign documents, but it's the artist, or he has a facilitator, or someone that is bringing the money.
funds.
Yeah. So like, I don't think any manager will just sign if they don't see, except he sees the vision and he wants to help genuinely. But like, outrightly, just for you to make, you always have to bring money.
Talking about, because to manage an artist is a huge task, beyond getting shows and what have you. There's also the place of, having to have that hard talk, as they say
Yeah.
sometimes. And considering Casey, yes, you guys grew up together, according to you, very good friends. Don't you think friendship comes in at some point where you probably need the hard truths to, set you on the right path?
My friends, like the kind of friends I have, they will say it.
Okay.
They will say it.
And
Because
that-
me too, I'm like that. If you piss me off, I will say it. I won't say because you're my friend, I won't tell you. So like, I'm sure they're going to tell me. Like, a lot of times, Casey has told me, bro, this song is good, but like you need to work on this. I know it's the hard truth. It's painful to hear that sometimes, but like when you hear that, you know that okay, yeah, with the right people. Yeah.
Okay.
But you say you're a stubborn person. Would you?
Don't like stubborn, like, but like.
You said he's a very stubborn person.
You said
You know
so.
you're stubborn. You listen.
I'll listen because it's something I love. Like I want to be at the top.
Okay. So you're someone else.
So despite being opinionated,
Yes.
you can still accommodate other opinions.
Yeah.
Okay. Looking at it now, I mean, Vicavelli, it's been quite some time you released that. You said you're working on an EP. Before the EP, are we expecting a single?
Yeah, I
anytime
already
soon?
dropped 2 singles this year.
Oh, really?
Yes.
You're not dropping things.
Yes,
you
like
know?
I have a lot of songs.
Wow.
Like,
Okay.
I always record if I see the opportunity.
You're always recording. That's
That
great.
means
You're
you
putting
must
in the
spend a lot
work.
of time in the studio.
But okay, you have 2 singles this year already. Are you looking at dropping a third one before the EP? When is the EP dropping?
The EP, I don't have a set date, but I was thinking August. But like I want to drop one more single to
August.
see.
August is about 6 weeks from now.
Yeah.
Or 5
So
weeks.
I already have like a distributor with the EP already. So we're just thinking of
great.
dropping one single to see how the EP
Will be.
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically that's what we're working on right now.
So if just before you have the floor, if you're dropping the EP in about 5 weeks from now,
Yeah.
and you want to drop a single, there should be like a date now, so as to lead up to that.
Yeah, that's why I said the EP is
promotion.
not yet certain. Yeah, because I just spoke to a few people like last year.
Okay.
They were like, I should probably drop one more single and see how the buzz is. Yeah. So like probably I just want to drop probably like a summer jam, something party, woo. Yeah.
Okay, you don't do love songs.
Because I mean, we had the song of the summer last year, Essence, by Whiskey, according to Justin
But like
Bieber.
I think I even have a song like that. One girl that's mad.
Oh, okay.
I would like.
The way he's saying the mad.
Nah.
It's mad.
That
right?
jam is mad.
Make everyone go mad.
I'm
Interesting.
sure.
You're sure. All right.
sure.
You know, we've said a lot of things about the hard times.
Yeah.
Suffer head. Everybody is talking about suffer. But then, whatever has a bad part has a good part. You know. So, irrespective of all of these challenges, the financial constraint, the acceptance, societal acceptance, all the stress and hustles and bustles you and your manager have to be going through all the time. What are those good times you look back and like, oh, it's worth it? And aside releasing your song, because you sound so passionate, but aside releasing your song, those times you're like, that means I'm doing the right thing. I look forward to when this happened because of my music. I met this person. What are those times for you?
Most of the time, maybe probably I'm in a show and I see the way people react towards, because I'm someone that is very energetic. So I think I had a show last week, and I think like the acceptance was very mad. Like I didn't believe like the way everybody was like, bro, you're hard. Like even other artists coming on stage will have to like pause for a minute and Naze, you're very hard. Like they just check me out.
That's great.
So like the more I see those things, the more I like, so I can actually do it.
Do this.
And the more reason why I keep going is because of my mom. She knows my lyrics. Like, she's a very strong Christian woman, but like,
she sings along good. She knows the songs.
like, so it's like, it's very, like, for my mom to be able to sing that, like, someone old of that age, I'm like, anything is possible.
That's great.
That's quite encouraging.
Quite encouraging.
Your dad registered, your mom.
registered the business. I mean, you're very blessed to have such parents who are going all out to support you, and we just have to congratulate them and give them their flowers as well, because we say it all the time that there should be adequate support from parents to children, as long as it's something legal in terms of the pursuit of dreams. It should be backed, and that's what your parents are doing. Congrats, by the way. But just before we let you go, you'll definitely freestyle for us. That's you drop 16 bars. But
You always drop in 16
No,
bars.
since it's a rapper.
What is with 16
Rappers
bars?
are the ones who
What
drop
happened to 2
bars.
bars or 1 bar?
No, 2 bars just, I mean, come on, 16 has to do. But before you know, rap or freestyle rather, let's look at, you know, what we should expect going forward. Yes, you've talked about the EP. Is an album coming maybe next year? Like, what are the other plans you have?
Probably I want to dive into directing my own videos. Like see, I'm someone that likes to document my life. Like,
Okay.
yeah, so I want to dive into directing fashion, basically.
Oh, great.
Yeah, most of that. So, like, I really want to broaden the art. Like, I want to capture every part of the art. Like,
Okay.
Yeah.
That's great.
So
That's
then,
great.
but then aside music, is there, what if you were not doing music? Firstly, what did you study? I
so
didn't
business management.
business management.
Business management,
Oh,
okay.
okay. So if you're not doing music, what other career would you have, you know, you would have picked up and you would have done?
Playing football. I swear. Like,
You like football that much?
yeah,
What club do you support?
Chelsea.
Why? Why not supporting Arsenal?
Oh, maybe because I grew up with everyone
Arsenal.
Oh,
supporting Chelsea,
Chelsea.
so it just
Oh,
became
okay.
a thing.
So you're
Like,
really a footballer, but if you're not a footballer, what would you have? What else would you have been?
I'd probably like to be a pilot.
You just keep.
the career challenge.
Okay, I think you just dropped it bars for us. Really,
Okay. So-
firstly, sorry, why did you choose? Did you choose Burna Boy as a role model because you like him, or you just realized the sound? It sounds you guys sound alike. Let me
His
just
music,
get that.
his music just relates to me. Like his behavior, like
His behavior. Okay.
yeah, I like his personality.
Why
and
did you
shit.
laugh? Behavior. Okay.
Yeah, I like his
Are you
personality.
aware he's having
I know.
the Cubana stuff?
I know.
Okay, I'm just
But I
asking.
know it's a normal thing for him.
But then, did you intentionally try to sound like Burna Boy?
No.
Because I know the music
No.
we listen to, he
No,
sounded so much like Burna.
No,
You
like
didn't
I was
intentionally-
trying to find my own sound. I just
And they just
people
realized-
just come and tell me like, bro, you sound like him. And I think that thing happens when you listen to someone a lot.
Oh.
Over time.
Yeah, it
Subconsciously.
just like it just happens. I wasn't trying to sound like him, but it just happened.
But you've heard that a lot, like you
Yeah,
sound. Because that's the first thing I said when I listened to
I
that.
heard that a lot, a lot.
That's
lot.
nice. But
Okay.
it's beautiful. Your songs
You
are
have
amazing.
the floor. Yeah.
Okay,
Great,
so then,
great songs.
how many bars do you want to do for us? Are you going to sing a love song for me, or you do the 16 bars after him? But you don't even look like a lover boy to start. You look like a man of war, like, you know.
So
but then,
which is it gonna be?
love song or
Like just
No, it's okay to shank me. I understand. You probably want to go with the
I
lady.
really, I won't lie, I don't really write love songs.
Okay.
I said it. That this young man I'm seeing here doesn't look like someone that is a picture of love at all.
Okay. So you want to rap?
I could just do like some of it.
You have
Okay,
the
but
floor.
you know you don't have to put yourself under pressure. If you
Yeah.
can do 16 bars, you can do 1 bar. Anything,
You
just
have
do something for us.
You have the floor.
Life no be rice and beans. Let me tell you where I been. Looking at the TV screen, I can tell when the love is real or fake. Lord protect my step-ins. When I step in, attention is the general. That's
Okay.
Is that one of your songs?
no.
How did you get that just now?
Like it's just my hair. I was just,
Just now?
yeah.
Okay.
Is that how it works in music?
No,
Sometimes it
like
does.
but as you
Freestyle.
know, he told me like I was going to freestyle already.
Oh really?
Sometimes
I was thinking this is one of the songs you just.
No.
Oh really? I
Sometimes-
think that's nice.
Sometimes it works that way. You know,
Yeah.
that those who are even better freestyle rappers than you
Yeah.
know those who put pen to paper, they just rap based on things around them. It could be
Yeah.
words, it could be anything.
Oh.
You know, try to play on it. They could create a story around it or satirize it. It's just you know part of the
Yeah.
whole art itself.
Oh, so this is a freestyle. So do you want to do one of your songs for us without the beat?
Okay, one of your songs.
One of your songs.
That's
Any
great.
of the songs, anyone.
Swag that they come back again with the flow. Tell the girl is made they get low, my lady. Swag that they come back again with the flow. Tell the girl is made they get low. Me I no come here to bother. Me I just come here to bubble. Chilling in my Vicar Valley. Now you see me in your telly. Money for my belly. Nothing you go fit to tell me.
You actually, he actually does sound like Burna Boy.
It does.
Actually, like you,
It does.
even with your music and in person, you actually
You know.
do sound like Burna Boy. We appreciate you on the show
Yeah.
today, and it's been before we go, I really don't want to let you go because you're doing an amazing job. But where do you hope to see yourself, and what are the artists you want to work with? I know you mentioned Burna Boy Do, but what are the artists you internationally, locally, and any of the what and where would you want to see yourself in time to come?
Internationally, I think it's gonna be Jay-Z.
Okay.
I like that. Big dreams. Yeah.
That's Jay-Z or Nas. Like, I like people that are conscious.
Okay, Jay-Z or Nas. Okay.
Yeah, I like rappers like that.
Okay.
And Joey Badass, like I said, he's my favorite. But I don't think you guys know him.
Burna
Okay,
Boy.
in terms of
Rap, in terms of rap.
Oh, I mean
don't.
music,
But like
I mean.
musically, it's only Burna Boy I see. And probably my friends,
Burna
like
Boy.
me,
Okay.
people like that, like Star 22.
Okay.
you mentioned Wonder
yeah,
Barton.
yeah, Wonder Barton. Yeah, because I grew up watching him
Okay.
make music.
That's great. So before you tell us where you want to see yourself in the next 2, 3, 5 years,
Yeah.
the Ancient Quarrel, West Side, East Side, Tupac, Biggie, who do you go for?
Don't put him on the spot, Sam.
I'm just asking.
But you have to pick it. But they will call for him.
I think it's Biggie.
You think Biggie is better?
Yeah. No, not better, but like he's more artistic. See, yeah.
More artistic?
Tupac is more about the lifestyle, like he lives. But Biggie, I think he can do anything. I'm sure Biggie can sing if he wants to.
So
Yeah.
based on we're talking rap.
Rap, but in general, I think Tupac is better. In rapping, Tupac is hard.
Okay.
I mentioned that because you talked about you want conscious rappers, and
Yeah,
you know quite what Tupac was.
Tupac is harder.
at the
It is
forefront,
rapping, but
yeah.
in the musical sense, I think Biggie.
Okay,
does,
but in
like,
terms
he
of
creates
rap,
mad music.
in terms of rap, Tupac,
Yeah.
West Side to like
Like,
that.
All right, so just tell us where you hope to see yourself in the years to come.
I should have created my own lane in the music industry. Like, I'm not trying to be like anybody. I just want to have my own spot at the top.
I like
I
that.
like that. I like
Have
that.
a seat at the
You know,
table.
you know what
Yeah.
you're saying? Just create your own. You don't have to be like anybody. All of the rivalries is not very important. Not
Yeah.
important at all. Because the
Yeah.
sky is big for what the
Yeah.
birds, the plane, the witches,
Oh,
everyone to
eagles
fly.
to fly.
Just fly. You know.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Naze, for being on the show today. We appreciate you, and I hope the next time we see you, I hope I don't have to fill some forms to see you.
No,
because
no, no,
it's
no.
a big celebrity. I'm
But
like, I
like,
know
this is
you.
even my first TV. So like that's why I told you I'm nervous. It's not like I'm just nervous. Like I'm just
okay.
surprised that like I'm reaching this stage
Of
on my
course.
career. You know, it's like a blessing for me. I always say like it's a blessing in disguise for
Thank
me.
you. Thank you so much.
Because I never thought I'd be.
Definitely,
I
you
even
have
got to
more
this point.
TV appearances,
Yeah.
billboards, and
Definitely
what
have
have you.
more.
Just keep doing what you're doing, and again, as I said, credit to mom and dad who are supporting you the best way they can. So you just put in the work, to complement their effort, and I'm rest assured, you'll be rocking the biggest stages in UK, US, and the rest of the
Yeah,
world.
and trust me, you just keep doing like he had said already. Keep doing what you're doing. Be dogged. I know you've mentioned your tenacity. It's something that would take you far and wide, and also the fact that the rivalries are not really important. Everyone has a slot, an opportunity to soar higher. And trust me, Naze, the sky is your starting point, because
Thank
I'll
you.
love to listen to your song in years to come. Like, yeah, I know him. I've shown him pictures of we were together some years ago. I think, and a big kudos to your manager too. He's doing an amazing job managing someone like you that said he's very stubborn. Imagine that. Thank you so much. Naze, but quickly, your social media handles in case you just want to see.
On Instagram is NAZENHG _ On Twitter is NAZE Naze _ On Facebook too, NAZE. So basically the same thing everywhere.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, Naze. Beautiful sound, beautiful personality, amazing. You should look this guy up. Trust me, you have to look him up because he's doing so much. He's doing so much, and he needs the support as he can get. More interesting segments to come as we wrap up the show on iBrandTV this morning. Please do stay with us. We'll be right back.